So, breaking news today in what can only be viewed as an all out assault on the U.S. oil and gas industry, OPEC has decided that they are going to increase oil production every month for the next year. Yes, this is far, far beyond anything they've talked about before. This is somewhat of a shock. In a meeting that only lasted 13 minutes. This was decided before the meeting, right? OPEC came out and announced that they are going to increase oil production by over 137,000 barrels of oil a day every month, starting in October, going all the way to next summer, all the way to August of next year. It's something like a total of 1.65 million barrel oil a day increase, in addition to the 2.2 million barrels they've already instituted. So what can we expect to see? Good news for U.S. consumers. In just about a week, it's usually around September the 15th or so, is when you start seeing winter blend fuel in your pumps. And so that gas is roughly 30 or so cents a gallon cheaper than summer blend. But that will be happening at the exact same time that oil prices will be continuing to fall because of OPEC's continued production increases. So much lower gas prices are on the way. So there's good news there for U.S. consumers. Bad news for U.S. energy workers who were told they were going to drill, baby, drill. Very, very bad news for those people, as more job losses are going to mount because of this announcement. More rigs are going to stack out and be laid down and be lost. This is happening. And in response to this announcement, many of the big-time oil and gas analysts and experts around the country are now screaming from the rooftops that this is a repeat of 2020, where OPEC flooded the market to try to bring down the U.S. oil and gas industry. It's not really like 2020 because OPEC flooded the market in a matter of days. This time around, it's been a coordinated monthly drip of production increases, seemingly testing the market to see what it can withstand. So that is the announcement today. It's not going to be good. There's a lot of predictions of oil markets opening up much lower tomorrow. I don't know. The markets are so unpredictable these days. I think the market will fall some. I don't know if it will crash. I tried to predict the last market crash. I'm talking oil markets, not stock markets. Markets are crazy under the Trump administration. They're impossible to predict because he might get out of bed and just make some crazy announcement. I do suspect oil will fall well below $60 a barrel tomorrow. Maybe 58, 59. We'll see. But long term, with an entire year of additional production increases just announced by OPEC, that is going to throw a wrench in a lot of the plans that U.S. oil and gas producers had for 2026. They may further reduce their CapEx levels that they have already announced. I'm not sure. In addition, something to look out for, because I've talked about rising energy bills this winter. I don't suspect that oil production in the United States will start falling drastically in a short window of time. I do believe it's going to fall for sure. We may be close enough to winter that oil production doesn't fall enough to make natural gas prices go through the roof and make winter utility bills even worse. Because as oil production in the United States begins to fall, natural gas prices will rise exponentially, because a lot of our natural gas production is associated gas that is produced in oil wells alongside the oil that is produced, mainly out of West Texas. So you could definitely see increases in natural gas prices, which would have a direct and dramatic impact on winter utility bills if natural gas prices got really high. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. I'm not certain that that's going to happen. But as I said, markets under the Trump administration are so unpredictable these days. Who knows what's going to come? Do people believe that OPEC can even fulfill these production increases they're promising? I don't know. Some don't believe they can. Many believe they can, but some don't. This is information that OPEC nations keep very close to the vest. They keep very well hidden. I don't think anyone in the United States is really certain on all of the member nations' actual additional capacity capabilities. Everyone is just guessing when it comes to that. So we'll see what happens. And it is certainly possible that they can't. That they don't have the capacity to pump this much oil. And this is just a shot across the bow to ensure. They know that an announcement will depress oil prices. They know that it will create more caution in the U.S. oil and gas industry, specifically the people that write the checks. They know it'll slow us down and they can gain more market share. So we'll see what happens. If you work in the oil and gas industry, and you're not working on projects that are heavily focused on natural gas, I would find those jobs right now. I would find those jobs right now. That's where any safety in the market is going to be natural gas production. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Really appreciate all my new followers and subscribers. Hope you guys have a great Sunday.